Here we go, guys. Welcome to another video. In this video, we're going to take a look at a few of the altcoins, Ethereum, Solana, XRP, and Pepe. Okay, they're being talked about a lot on social media, so I thought I'd do a video. And if we look at the big picture here, we have Ethereum up first. This is the weekly chart. Every candle you see here is 1 week of price action. And this is going back to 2020. And then our all-time high over here in 21, uh, pullback, so on and so forth. And what we're in, well, first of all, I want you to notice we're really not that, I mean, your portfolios probably look horrible, but we're really not too far off the all-time highs. And the chart is not that corrected yet or that damaged yet. Okay, so let me pull this in here so you can actually see something, and we'll go over it. All right. Now, the purpose of this is to look left and see where previous support and or resistance zones were, and that's going to dictate to a certain degree where our present day support resistance zones will be as well. Okay, then what we need to do to dig ourselves, well, the bulls anyway, out of this situation and reverse the trend. Okay, which is the whole idea, right? So first of all, we notice this low pivot here. That's very important. Little chart school here. If you don't know or can't not identify pivots, low pivot, because that's the low, then it went up. Okay, high pivot. I mean, it's real technical stuff here. Okay, right here, previous resistance, previous support. Okay, you need to know those, understand that, or you're going to have a very difficult time, trading these markets. And keep it simple, okay? As you see here, I don't have 1,000 indicators on there. It's very clean. You can actually see the price action, and that's all that matters, is being able to see the consolidation zones, the breakouts, breakdowns, so on and so forth. Okay, enough of all that. All right, low pivot here, previous support. So far, last week it held even this big sell-off candle. 60% of the time, these type of candles have follow through. So far this week, we're only a couple of days into it, but anyway, we're getting a little green candle here. That flat 200 is going to be a little problematic. As you can see over here, it held as support. Really 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks. Then we, barreled under it, then got back over it, and now had a nice little run. Okay. So as we come back up, this area here that was previous resistance is and right here it became support. That normally what happens, resistance then comes support, and support then becomes resistance. Okay. Um, but as we come up, the 200 is going to be a little problematic. And then, of course, where we are on that red dash line. So that's going to be, a very important price level here, that 2,600 actually, should we get up there. The flat 200 is pretty tough many times to get through. As you see over here, it held support pretty well over several weeks. But see all these wicks, all these sell-off wicks, okay, that is substantial damage to price action. But, we finally got over it, and, kind of the rest is history. So near term, what Ethereum and basically the altcoin market in crypto needs to do, because Ethereum normally kind of leads the pack. I mean, it's the biggest market cap, so on and so forth. So that's why we wanted to, talk about it. All right. So we need to get over the 200. Okay. We came down, get over the 200, come up, maybe pull back, make a higher low. See, low, higher low, and go from there. Okay. Now, let me put this little caveat in there. A lot of y'all probably don't want to hear this, but we're going to put a measure and move here and see what our potential downside could be. Okay. Yeah, we're getting a little green candle today. Most everything in crypto is green today, rah. But uh, reality is we have a whole lot of, work ahead of us to reverse this nasty trend. So we had this pullback here, a little push to the upside. Okay, measure and move. Yeah, if we lose this blue dash line here, okay, now, heads up on this. Um, a lot of times these red candles, okay, and if we put these two together, that's really one big red candle here, okay? They'll put in a pause candle, okay? In other words, this week, if we can't get much higher than where we are now, especially if we cannot close up and over that 20, then we will reverse, okay, here and probably come down into this 17 high to mid 1700, low 1800 area. Okay, actually, that's, yeah, 1800. Okay, so let's just say $1,800 is, the price target based on that measured move that we just showed you. Okay, so number one, got to get over the 200. Next, consolidate sideways, possibly build a foundation base support, and then try to get over this red dash line of pure, resistance here, heck of a brick wall to get up and over. Okay. But one, thing to be cognizant of, we are pretty extended below the 20, and price generally, comes back up into the 20, not all the way up there, but makes a little bounce to allow that 20 to kind of catch up. Okay. All right. Let's go to XRP, and I won't spend as much time on XRP as the others. The main situation was uh, looking at Ethereum. Now, I'm going to rebuild this chart with you. This is no longer support. See, came down into it, closed, and then closed under it. So I'll bring that lower here to this pivot. Okay. Now, one good thing about XRP right now, let me take this off, is that we're making higher lows. Okay, we made a low. The next day, we failed to make a new low, which is good. Okay. And then today, we did make a lower low, but we still haven't taken out our previous low here. Okay. Now I got to take all this off to move the chart, but I want you to be able to see that. Okay. We do not want to take out that previous low here. Okay. Because you failed to take it out here. So far today, we failed to take it out. And then this is what starts the trend back up to the upside. Okay. See here, we had a low, failed to take it out, failed to take it out. Hey, we might be doing something. Okay. Then here, we took that thing out, had a little head fake to the upside, and then here we go. Okay. We don't want to repeat that on this side of the chart. Okay. Now, I showed you a measured move on the, well, I'll just say that for our Patreon members. Let's get this straightened out, and let's go to the weekly chart here. Now, as you look over to the left, okay, everyone loves this price action here. Okay. We have these big breakout bars to the upside. Okay. But they are like toothpicks holding up a house, the foundation of a house. Not very strong, not very, supportive. So we could drop through here. And as we talked about regarding Ethereum, this could simply be a pause candle. I was on a time count here. All right. 4 down. Plus technically all that's one big red candle anyway. And a little pop candle here closes, very low in the low range of that total candle. Okay, what I'm getting at, we lose this. The next major support, quite honestly, is around 110 here at our 200, weekly 200. Okay, 110, 115, depending on how long it takes to get down there. We do not, well, we don't want to take out this low here on that candle. Okay, last week's candle. I don't want to take it out like we talked about before. Um, you know, we don't want to fail. We want to fail to make a new low. We don't want to be successful making a new low. Okay, this is the one time it's okay. It's cool to have a failure. All right. So that's what we're looking at. Let's do Delana real quick, like here. I can find it. Here we go. It's the weekly. Oh. See, I haven't looked at this in a minute. But see, we had, man, the last time, yeah, it was way up here. Okay. See, we already had this lined out. Show you where our minds are at. Let me take that off. Resistance as we come back up, if we're able to come back up right here. All right. We have a low pivot here. See how we came down, up. Okay. And what started the rebound? Okay. We failed to make a new low. Okay. Failed to make a new low. Made it higher low, higher low, higher low. Okay. Just as an example. Okay. So we want to get back up and over the 200, which is trying to do now. Hopefully that blue line here, previous support, will be support for Solana, okay? And then, of course, all of this support until we broke it is now going to be resistance as we come up here. But we'll have to watch this. These are weekly candles, but we'll have to watch and make and see, you know, uh, if we can come up. Basically, there's our low. We don't want to, take it out as we come up. We want that W formation, a higher low, like we did over here. Okay. And that's how you tell if you're reversing in the market. You need confirmation, you need higher lows, higher highs, so on and so forth. Okay. And guys, again, if you're frustrated, trying to figure this out, come over to our Patreon members group. We go over this in even more detail. There's a lot of little, nuances here and tricks that I'm not, talking about on YouTube because that's for our Patreon members. But we can get you coached up, schooled up for the next big runs that we have. Try to work to get those profits back that you lost last time, so on and so forth. And then you'll be, uh, I don't know, educated on how to take profits as things move up, what to look for as the market reverses to the downside. Okay, we're looking for uh, key indicators and locations for the market to reverse to the upside. You do the same thing on the as it's coming to the downside. Okay, and then Pepe. Okay, the only reason why I'm looking at this thing is there's a lot of eyes on it. Okay, I'm looking left. This is interesting. I haven't, as you can see, I haven't done this chart in forever. But that is support. Actually, it's a little high here. Let me get more real. Okay, we did make a low here. Actually, it's not looking too bad. Okay, or it's what we've done. See, low all through here. We failed to make a new low. Made a higher low here on the pullback. Now, what Pepe needs to do is take out this level here. I can't even read that number. So many zeros there. But that take this out. What I'm getting at in all seriousness, take this, probably hit it, be resistance, pull back, and you start getting up here. could lead us to a nice little run to that next resistance zone a little higher. Okay, let me get this set up for you right here. And the reason why I make it red for resistance, and the reason why is that we were in an inside bar. In other words, 1, 2, 3 until we weren't. Okay, break out, but it price caught itself, and here we go. Not for sure what the news was here, but it was pretty good, obviously. So anyway, this 1, 2, 3, 4, this area here was previous resistance. So guess what? Yeah, it's going to be resistance on this side of the chart as we come up. That's kind of the expectation here. So the bulls want to do something like this, okay? Down, up into that resistance, pull back, because you can't go higher until you bend your knees and jump. Just like a slingshot, you got to pull it back to let it go. Same with your kids jumping on the trampoline, they got to push it down, go lower to go higher. You get the point, okay? So that's why pullbacks are good, and that's why we love those W formations, okay? Yeah. So anyway, that's what we need to do here with Pepe. And I mean, that's one big, I mean, we like to put all those together. I mean, that's one big brutal red candle, even though it's split up into, four. But that's going to be a path to get through. But, all these altcoins have done it, before. And just like over here, for example, see how it's done it before, low, we failed to put in a new low, a little bit higher low, little consolidation, a breakout, and we had to pull back because you came literally from all the way down there. So you pull back, kind of a gift buy here, and then we started breaking out and took out that high pivot here, right there, so on and so forth. Okay. So that's how we build the charts. That's how we, know with higher confidence, higher probability, higher odds that we're going to reverse to the upside, or after things have run, what we look for the higher odds, higher probability that we're going to be pulling back in order to take those chips off the table, that profit off the exchanges back into your bank account, okay? Because you sit there in Vegas long enough with a big stack of chips, they're slowly going to dwindle away. And then I've known some people that not only lost all their chips, so to speak, I'm talking about, with altcoins, lost all their profit, all their green, it actually went back into the red, okay? Don't let that happen, okay? We can teach you, coach you, help you keep that from happening. All right. Well, guys, I know this is a little long video. I appreciate you watching. Hopefully, you got something out of it that you can use, put in your toolbox, and we will see you on the charts.